Hello, Capricorn. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a quick reading for you. Check in with your current energy, see what's going on. This is for anyone who has Capricorn in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And happy birthday. My son is a Capricorn. His birthday's coming up. I'm going to start your reading with a oracle card, just for some general advice. Let's see what comes out. Feather, number 26. Think first before you judge. Did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down into the blaze? Examine the situation. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into your stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other girls are your competition and that they must behave perfectly at all times. Step back and take the time to figure it out. It's not always clear at first, instead of acting rashly. So think before you judge. It's always a good message. It's going to be a demo reading, so it may not resonate with all of you. What does Capricorn need to know right now for their highest good and only their highest good? What does Capricorn need to know right now? The Devil, Capricorn. Ooh. These came out in reverse. It was the Ace of Swords came out in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So lack of communication, lack of movement. Well, that was a lot. Yeah, that was too many. What else can you tell me about this situation? Woo. The Star. Could be dealing with a Aquarius. Could be Destiny, Ace of Cups. What can you tell me about the Devil? Why is the Devil here? Knight of Swords, Judgment, King of Wands. Rushing to make a judgment call, rushing to make a decision may not be a good one. Or you're obsessing over making a decision about ending something. Why the Ace of Swords in reverse? Queen of Pentacles. Could be dealing with the Earth sign. Queen of Pentacles is also, I look at as like a mother figure or a significant other. The Tower and the Hanged Man. So there could be a major change coming up. Could be this ending. Someone is seeing something from a different perspective. They're looking at a situation differently. But there's no communication about it though. So I don't know if it's the no communication that's jarring because the Tower is here, or the Tower is just talking about this sudden realization. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? 9 of Wands. So someone is fed up with the lack of movement in this commitment. So this might be around a long-term commitment. Or Taurus. Anything else you can tell me? That's a lot of cards, but let's see. The Empress, 4 of Wands, 2 Swords, the Emperor, Page of Pentacles. It almost looks like someone is like dragging their feet to take the relationship to the next step, because, you know, 4 of Wands can be a house, it could be moving in with each other, it can be a wedding, it could be, I see, you know, pregnancy. Pages can represent kids. So I don't know, it's like wherever you are in your relationship, whether it's moving in with each other is the next step, or buying a house, or getting married, or having children, whatever it is, it just seems like someone is not, they don't want to look at that. Like, they're really dragging their feet. And I think that is what's causing all of this realization. Now, I don't know if this is you that's dragging your feet or if it's the other person, but someone is definitely thinking about how, or they might rush into making a decision to end it. But with the Devil here, it kind of makes me feel like maybe you shouldn't rush into making that decision. You know, I'm not normally one to be like, to tell someone to stay in a relationship if it's just not working out. But sometimes I think communication could really help this relationship. I think that's why, you know, there's an emphasis on the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because that is a major issue within this connection. You know, the lack of communication, the lack of movement, and maybe just simply having those conversations. The only thing is the other person has to be open to it too. And obviously you can't make people be open to anything or think a certain way. Like, everyone has free will. So I think it's a matter of at least trying before rushing into making this decision, because I see that that could be where the issue lies, is making the decision too fast. I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. The star. Why is the star here? The star could be a sign of hope, especially next to the Ace of Cups. So that could be a good sign of things changing. What else can you tell me about the star? Four Cups. Yeah, see, someone is not opening up. Someone is kind of, they're showing up as being very cold. You know, and they're usually not ones to express how they feel. And again, whether it's you or them, I don't know. But I feel like whoever's doing this is they're missing an opportunity. Like, I feel like, how do I want to word this? Basically, I feel like giving up on this relationship would be stupid. There's a lot of guilt around this, or heaviness. You know, 10 of Wands is that, just carrying this heavy load. Whether they release that, which could be, because, you know, it is a 10, and 10, it represents the end of a cycle. So this could be showing up as a sign that things are on the mends, especially with the star being the main card here, which is to have a sense of hope. It's destiny. Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here? King of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. Well, they did flip. Do I want to take them? 6 of Cups and King of Cups. I think, well, what I immediately felt was the Ace of Cups obviously is, you know, love. It could be a beginning of love, a renewal of love. King of Pentacles and the King of Cups showing up, which could just represent this shift from being the King of Swords, you know, with the not lack of emotions, but just not being able to express how they feel, and moving towards a more stable and loving energy. King of Cups energy specifically, where they are learning to express their feelings. And the 9 of Swords kind of threw me off, but I think, you know, which it does kind of make sense. You know, when you're making those changes and learning how to be vulnerable and communicating how you feel, it can be kind of stressful, especially if you're not used to doing it, you know. So I think it's just a change that is going to take some time. But I think this reading is really showing that there is hope within this connection. And trust me, if I didn't see hope, I wouldn't give you false hope. I always like to make sure that I'm honest with my readings, and, you know, if they're terrible readings, I know they probably won't get as many views, but I'd rather be truthful than to chalk up some love story that is not really coming out in the cards. But I do see hope, and I do see possibility of change. And I think the 6 of Cups could just be a reminder to keep things somewhat light, you know, which I know is kind of hard to do when you're talking about love and relationships and wanting to take those next steps with somebody. But to remember to try to keep some of the relationship light, because I feel like when things get too serious, it can really scare people. Or dump them. I mean, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, so that is your reading, Capricorn. Happy birthday. I hope it's a good one. And I'll see you in the next one. Love ya.